Hey there. You're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Kettle Falls. This is The Sims 2 with all expansion and stuff packs, and we have been playing through and getting to know the new arrivals to Kettle Falls. In the last episode, we played with Nome over here at Willow Tree Farm, and she got to meet the vicar and also special guest Kathy. Kathy Walsh, who we're going to be playing her lot today, but here's Nome's lot. So we're moving through the neighborhood in this direction. And the next lot that we're going to play is the Flop House. The Flop House is basically the concept behind it is that any new sim, particularly single sims, and rather than buying a house for them and then having them meet the other sims in the neighborhood, I like to move them into, think of it as a hostel. They can rent a bed and get on their feet, as it were. I can play them for a few days. They'll interact with the other Sims at the hostel, and I'll get a chance to figure out what kind of Sim they are. If they're going to move out maybe with another Sim at the Flop House, or if they're going to try and get a loan and maybe buy a house themselves. So it's just a good way for me to kind of integrate newly arrived Sims to the neighborhood. Sims who have come down the river and just gotten off the boat here and they're dazed and hungry and tired and it's been a long day and they just need to, they hop on the bus, or if they don't have a lot of money, maybe they just walk across the bridge here down Riverside Street, along these streets until they make their way to the Flop House. So we're going to be playing and decorating the Flop House. This is supposed to be my poorer area of town. So the room rent is pretty cheap, but you're going to see after I'm done decorating that it's not going to look very poor. But hey, what's a girl going to do when you have 12 gigs of custom content and you want to use it? That's basically the whole problem. A problem that I'm not sorry to have. All right, let's go in and say hello to the residents of the Flop House. All right, here we are at the Flop House, and it is a wonderful lot. And I have made it over. This is a 1x2 lot, so 10 squares by 20 squares. And this lot, I will endeavor to tell you, if I can remember and find them, where I got lots from. And that's one of the things that took so much time, was I was spending a lot of time searching for lots that were just the right size and had the look that I was looking for. So that took quite some time. So over here, we're going to go over, and this is a Victorian lot, and it is this lot here. And I'm going to show you where you can get it. So this is on Mod The Sims. It's by General Oh-Ho, or Uh-Oh. I like saying General Uh-Oh. Stellar starters, 3 themed, fully furnished starters. And they're all on tiny lots. This is a 1x1, which I do not have in the game, but I like its roof line. That's one of the things I look at with a lot. I look at the roof line. I don't know, it just has to appeal to me. And I loved this little Victorian look, and I love the idea that you could have like all windows around here. And this ended up being a great size because it allowed me to add a lot of bedrooms. So there's this one, and then there's a modern one which I did not download. I'm not doing a lot of modern lots nowadays. I went through a phase. I'm over it. So, but modern, if you're into modern lots, this is very nice. This is on a 1x1 lot too. So I want to thank General Uh-Oh for that fantastic lot that is now the flop house. And this is my take on it. So whenever I downloaded a lot, I went in and I just gutted it completely and then put down the walls and floors that I wanted, going with a really neutral color scheme. Because my thinking is that as we get to know the Sims, as I mentioned in Nome's lot, I'll get an idea as to what the Sims who live here, particularly the two people who own it, which are Ryder and Pearl, who we'll meet later, and what they're like. And then once they have a little bit more simoleons under their belt, we'll go in and redecorate it in their style. So all the lots have this kind of neutral look to it. So let's get to decorating. I have actually already decorated this lot once, and then I decided for several reasons to redo Kettle Falls. Not all the decorating whatnot, but to delete the Sims and recreate them in Body Shop. So I had copies and that kind of stuff for several reasons. So this should be pretty quick to decorate because I remember how I had it set up. First thing I had in was this great rug. This rug is by Simplan X. Simplan-X. And I've had it in for a long time, and I rarely have a chance to use it. Sometimes in some houses I can squeeze it in, but this is just perfect. Up front here, we're going to add some comfortable dining or living chairs in here. I did have, and let's put the walls down so we can see. So I did have some recliners here. This is a great little recliner that for some reason the thumbnail, no matter how much I refresh the thumbnail, it doesn't change. But I'm going to go for... I wanted to have a recliner here because with the Sims, they'll actually lean back when they want to take a nap in the recliner. They'll lean back and it's great. They'll go to sleep. But unfortunately, this space is a little bit too small. So let me see what I can find just for... I could use some recolors of this chair. It's a great mesh, but I don't like the stripes. This might do. This is Old Armchair from Half-Life 2 by Fiddle DD. I like this. Let's see. Oh, this is pretty neat. I've not used this one before. I like the mesh. I like the shape. Let's see if we can find a recolor that works with this carpet. I'm going to... Oh, and by the way, before I start spending money willy-nilly, we are missing something really important. And I'm going to throw it over here for now. Oh, and you can see our residents lined up. Oh, I just moved them over here to get them out of the way while I was decorating. We'll say they're in some sort of sim trance. So, I actually want to put some money away. And I'm going to give each of the residents who moved in. So that is this person here. 10,000. Like I said, I'm going to introduce you to these Sims later on. Okay, so they still have quite a bit of cash, so I'm going to go through that process one more time. I am using, to do this, I am using the wallet token controller, which is a funny name for basically a plant, which is an excellent banking system. Yeah, this is closer to what I wanted. So each sim will get their 20,000 that they came in with in their savings account. Good. And that leaves a more reasonable amount for us to decorate. That is the money from Pearl and Ryder, who are the owners of this lot. And like I said, we'll meet them later on. Okay, so recolor time. I like to get in close when I do my recolors so I can really see them and how they're going to work out with this carpet. Just a little trick. I don't know if you know this, but you can move this window around when it's right on your furniture. You can move it. That is not the look. What was this one back here? No. I'm not really good with matching up patterns. This one actually works for me, the one we just had up there, but I just want to see them all. Whoa, no, Nelly. No, Nelly. This one works too. It might be this one, just because it has roses on it. And one of the things I've learned about Pearl is that she's very fond of roses. I like that one too. Then we have a couple of simple armchairs. I like that it's a little bit worn. So let's see, it's either this one or this one, or where was that other one? That one. I'm going to go for that one right now, and then I might just do two different ones. Let's see. Let's see how they look next to each other. Several of you gave me feedback. Definitely this one's better. Definitely. So let's undo that. And some of you gave me some great feedback that you liked the music in the background and to please keep that on. So I will definitely be doing that. Thank you for that feedback. Okay, so that was quarter tile cheat on and then move objects on. So now we can move the chair around on a smaller grid. And these are not quite lined up. I need to have walls up to have something to go by. There we go. Several of you have mentioned to me that you find my style of decorating to be very meticulous, which amuses me because I don't think it is. Basically, I'm going to change the model on this. I've done this so many times. Let's see if I can remember it by scratch. It's either 7 or 6. Yep, 7. The one that I tend to like. But there are a number of different models that you can use there. So I'm going to do that. And then I did have a bookshelf that I liked that was working out quite well. I liked it because it was on the wall. So let's find it again. Took me a while to find it the first time, so it might take me a while to find it the second time. Bookstore display. Cool. You know you have a lot of content when you see something and you're like, I didn't know I had that. That's great. I should use that. Sounds like a great idea. Here it is. This is a part of the Drift Living bookshelf. Drift Living is by Buggy Booze. I think you guys should we should just do a thing where, let's see if I can get this. Yeah, unfortunately it doesn't go up and down on the wall. Snap objects to grid off. That'd be great. Buggy Booze, if you're ever watching this, that'd be great if you could make this go up and down the wall. But for now, we will set it up just there. Perfect. So, yeah, you should take a sip of tea every time I say Buggy Booze. Because I say Buggy Booze a lot in this Let's Play. A lot. Okay, this table is going to be a bit of a pain to do because I'm going to have to do it off grid. But I will show you how I do that. So I'm going to put the grid back on, snap objects to grid on. And I had the... So it's an interesting little psychological phenomenon that when I'm decorating and recording it, I just wonder if you who are watching find it interesting. You tell me you do, which I'm very happy with. There is the Emma table. I love the Emma dining set, this table. But then, you know, when I'm watching someone else decorate, I love it. It's great. It's so relaxing. That's actually how I found out about live simming, is a simmer whose name I've forgotten. I remember her style, but I've forgotten her name. And she's the one who basically started out with live simming. She just started recording her decorating. And I would just go and watch and listen to it in the background. Very comforting. But then I am doing it myself, and I think, do people really find this interesting? Watching me go through 12 different tables to find a color? I don't know. But you guys seem to. I'm happy with that. Okay, this is the Eckhart dining table, and this is the one I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the quarter tile sheet off, like that, and I'm going to set up the chairs, because with the chairs, they have to be in the exact same place. They have to be in the correct place in order to become functional, to scoot into the table. And for these chairs, I'm going to go for, I don't remember the exact chairs. Oh, of course, I had these. Yes, naturally, the Eckhart dining chair. So that was in green and white, which I love. So we'll move this chair here. I'm just going to use 4 because I've found that even though there's 7 residents, they're almost never at the table at the same time. And having another chair here created some routing errors going up and down the stairs. So I'm not going to bother with that. Okay, and then I'm going to turn the quarter tile sheet back on. And I'm going to move the table where I want it to go. I basically want it to go. Do I want it? So 2 there. So I just need to move the chairs. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then I need to go into live mode to double check. Yep, there we go. So, oh, and then the other thing I learned is that I need to take one wall off there, because that gave us a little bit more room. Okay, so table is in place where I want it to be. Shouldn't cause any routing errors there. In this kitchen, I was using the Bayside set, which is by Varanka. And it's fairly new on the scene. And I will show you. Let me show you it. So under sets, kitchen. Oh, Veronique, Bayside. She also goes by Varanka. So this is at, let me show you the picture of it. This is at LiveJournal, and it's a 3-to-2 conversion from Sims 3 to Sims 2. And I don't assume that all of you watching are simming veterans. Many of us are. But I want to explain for those of you who have not gotten as deeply into simming as some of us other crazy people, namely me. Anyway, this is the Bayside collection. And I have everything in it except the fridge. I don't take the fridges because I never use full-size fridges. And it is available at LiveJournal. Veronique, right there. All right, so let's find this Bayside set and set up the kitchen. Where is it? Ah, here it is. It has a lot of great recolors. So I'm going to put down one counter here and one counter here. I'm going to turn off the quarter tile sheet. It's easier when placing counters. And then we're going to go through the embarrassment of riches that we have that are called recolors. You can see, look at all these recolors. I'm thinking Even though you're thinking this color and this color are so similar, Jessa, what does it matter? But it matters. Trust me. Okay? Don't argue with me. These things are important. Gotta take these matters seriously. I'm thinking, oh, I love that wood. If I could get a white wood. Oops, I went the wrong way. Doesn't look promising. If I could get like a cottagey white wood. No, these are going into the colors. That's a bit too white. No. So let's go, it was that one. That one was my second choice. And now we'll do this one. And actually, never mind. This is a counter island. Take that back. Oops. Does this set only have one counter to it? It looks like that. The counter and the island. Let's go look. This is one of the reasons why I like to save a image, a folder image. Yep, just one counter type. Although if you have eagle eyes, you will have noticed that the counter type changes when you put a sink in it, which we'll see in a minute. Okay, so now we can just grab this bad boy, put it here, and Bayside counter. And then I pulled it around the corner here. Boy, I hate that. How many times do I say I hate that? I hate that. It would be nice if someone did some recolors that would recolor these handles to chrome or stainless steel. That would be cool. And that may happen if it hasn't happened already. And if you happen to be out and about and you find a recolor that has that, please put it in the comments below. Thank you, Team Jessa. Okay, one of my favorite simple sinks that I use a lot. I believe it's modded. Where is it? It's just a simple square. Oh no, it's a Maxis square sink. Here it is. The Shiny Time sink. I love the white recolor of this. It's just so simple and just looks like a perfect sink. And as you can see, what I was saying, when you put the sink in, the top bar disappears. And on some Maxis counters, when you put a sink in, the front of the counter changes quite a bit. So it's a fun thing to experiment with if you haven't already. Okay, nope, I want... This house will have a dishwasher, and I'm pretty sure that... So let's go back. I use the... I'll just keep this open for now. It does not show a dishwasher, so I'm not sure if it comes with one. Let's just minimize that for a minute. Well, let's just start clicking and see what happens. Trash compactor. Shakerlicious. What about this one? Nope. That's the Vanadium set, also by Veronique. If I can find the counter that, the dishwasher that matches. Ah, there we go, Bayside. I try and use it. I'm not a stickler about it. It doesn't have to match, but I like to try and get it to match. Let's put this out here because otherwise I just won't be able to see what recolors I'm looking at. I like how the side of the dishwasher has a got a wood slats here. That's cool. Ooh, no. I probably will take these colors out because I would pretty much never use those. And trying to find, oh, I did click on it. Okay, there it is. So, and it also slows down the process when you have to go through a bunch of recolors you're not ever really going to use. Okay, so let me check the recolor in the front of this. They're all pretty much the same, so I won't waste 15 simoleons changing it. All right, and next up we need a stove and a refrigerator. Let's throw the refrigerator in, that's easy. This is my favorite fridge. I've talked about it numerous times. I'm going to put in that color, kind of matches with the floor, and is unobtrusive. And then we can have the stove, the Bayside stove. Let's see if we can find it. That'll just give me an idea of what I'm looking for. Oops. That looks like... It's hard to tell. I think it might be over here. What was that? Tranquility. Nope. I love that set, but here it is. The Bayside stove. Oh, okay, two versions. A full version or a counter version. That's cool. I think I'll go with that counter version. It's nice to have a couple choices. All right, back to recolors again. All right, I promise that when I'm done recording, I'll take out the recolors I'm not going to use on the set. Because I love the set and I will use it again, and there's no point in making us go through this. Oh. Especially for an object like this where I think I did everything. Okay, so those are the colors. Oh, this is the countertop. Okay, let's move this out of the way. That countertop was back here somewhere. There it is. And you were right there. So I'm going to remove this counter. All right, kitchen is pretty much most of it is done. Let's do the bedroom. This is the back bedroom. For the owners, the only bedroom, and I found out that I have to put in a security system in this bedroom, which I'll show you how I do that, because otherwise, yeah, other Sims come in here and make themselves really, that's too fancy, make themselves really comfortable and have woohoo in this bed, because there's no other full-size bed. I tend to go for white woods. Yeah, that's just not right. I think I might go for a metal bed. This is a Norisund. A little bit too feminine. There's a brass double bed. I like that. It's very simple. Sometimes, but let's see if I have it in, yes. This is by a favorite creator, now retired, called Ninja65. Brass double bed. Her stuff is probably gone, but maybe one of you wonderful people can find it. She had a site and it went down, so it's no longer around, but she is on the graveyard, I believe. I've put some new bed defaults in. They're by, I want to say they're by Keone. Let's see. Keone's bedding. Let's see this under defaults. Miscellaneous defaults. Yep, it's by Keone-chan. This is the folder for it. So this is at her Symboler, so it's on Tumblr. And there's the swatch, and I just liked it because I had these colorful ones here. I'm not much for all the patterns, but I haven't been able to find a default set that hits all the notes I want. So this was a very close second. Thank you so much, Keone, for this. I love the quilted look. But for this bed, I don't think I'm going for the quilts. So we're going to have to sit through another 15 minutes of all my bedding. I'm not sorry. This stripe is really nice, so we're gonna go with that. We have to sit through 15 minutes of this, and I'm not sorry. So this is the Iron Bed table. It's by Ten House. Ten House moved from Black Pearl Sims. It's amazing. I even though I've not in the community, I wasn't active in the community, I still remember where all the creators went. You really do keep up on that. Oops. Stop that. And a simple chair. Chair. Did I say chair? I totally didn't mean chair. I meant lamp. Totally opposite from a freaking chair. This is a nice lamp. It's the lamp on table lamp. I don't have that many recolors of it. This is a lamp that I really like, that I discovered. This is part of, this is by Veronique. 3-to-2 conversion. Sao Living, S-A-O Living. This is the table lamp from the set, and I love it. The base is really neat. It adds some extra color to a room, which we kind of need, I admit, in this house, because it's extremely neutral up in this bad boy. So, yeah, and it's just got a nice base. It's a simple lamp, and I really enjoy it. That's all we're going to do for that room. We're just getting the basics in. I'm going to carry through, just for ease of use, I'm going to carry through this Bayside set into the bathroom. And I won't tell anybody it's a kitchen sink in there if you don't tell anybody. Simple. This is my favorite toilet. I always use it. Maybe I should try something else for once. This is another favorite of mine too. This is by Simgadons. Yep, I think that's it. We're gonna have to do a kind of game where every time you take a drink of your tea, because so many people tell me they have a hot drink when they listen to me and come to the channel. And every time I say my favorite creators, Buggy Boos, Simgadons, there's a few others. So everybody will always pause in the middle of the video and have to go to the bathroom. And I'll say, I don't understand it. My watch time goes down right in the middle of the video. Everybody leaves. Okay. This is a tub that I like to use. And you know what? I'm going to be awful. That is just not, I'm not feeling it. Screw it. I can't stand it. Anyway, this tub is a backless bath by Inge. I like to use it in, you know, and I put this in huge quotes, kind of lower end homes like this, where it's just, I have to put it in first and then use the recolor on it. But I like it because, as you can see, it doesn't put this huge back in like the Maxis tub does and then jet through your windows and ruin your nice... I mean, there's already a backsplash here. You don't need any more than that. Although these windows in a real house would rot out in a minute with that shower steam, but hey. That's why you can play The Sims. You can just have your own world. Okay. No. Inge by Sinlodge. And I think it's not actually... I don't think it's Inge. Somebody... We corrected this last time in the last Sims 2 Let's Play. It's Inga, I think. I'm looking for a green or a teal. And it's a bad habit because I've been saying in my head Inga for many years. Ooh, now we've gotten into the greens. No. I don't like the greens. Not happy. Oh, okay. Well, that works. That's just plain old white. It's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. But oh well. Okay. So, oh yes. And then no bathroom is complete in my game without something with which to clean yourself off with. Uh-oh. I pressed the wrong key. Snap objects to grid off. So I go into my pictures folder occasionally and I see all these weird pictures of bathrooms and stuff and awkward angles. Because I often forget and mess up and push the wrong key. Okay, so that is the first floor. Pretty much done. Let's head on up to the top floor and we're going to just repeat this bathroom here. Turning around this way, coming down. And I really like to use bath and shower combos as much as I can. And uh-oh, there's going to be a small problem with this, I think. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I have to move the door because the animation for this, the sim needs this tile to be open. Back here, you can have a toilet or a sink or whatever you want next to it, which we can put in right now. But after years of simming, I've learned that they will route failure if this tile is closed off. So what we're going to do is move this door. We'll take this back this way. And crap. Oh! So annoying. Okay, so that's it. That's basically the simple bathroom situation at the flop house. And let's continue on to this room. In this room, I recall I changed the door here too. To here. The reason why I chose here is because two tiles just looks slightly more even. It'll give me room to put something here, which we're going to do. And this room is going to have a certain bed that I really like. That's pretty cheap, unfortunately. It's by Kansas City Rose, the nursery single bed. I'll see if I can find it in my downloads to show you where this set is from. But I like it because it has these drawers on the bottom, which I think is appropriate for this particular situation, in which the people renting the rooms don't have a lot of storage space. So for this set, I should let those go. I've had them for years. I used to love that bedding that I have on here. Let's scoot in a little bit. This bedding, I love it, or have for many years, but I noticed recently that it is there. It is blurry. And I don't recall it being like that, but it's blurry now. So what I'm trying to do is to find some... I love that. I'd love to have this particular bedding in different colors. And then have it defaulted, because I just like the way it looks. I think I can get enough out of this set. I think what I'm missing is I'm just missing bedding that is a complete set. This might do. They're all a little bit dark though. That blue is good. And I have one more set back here. Because in rooms like this where I have... this was the one I did. So we'll use this color here, these stripes, to keep with the pattern. Copy this bed, and it's done. We will use one of my favorite tables for small rooms. And I'm going to control, there we go. Control F to change the grid size. Actually, that's not going to work. I take that back. I need a bottom shelf. So let's go back and do the 10 house one. If it works with that. It doesn't. And I'm thinking that just because it's a bit too, I need something that's small. All right, I'm going to go with this, and then I'll have to use a OMSP. And then we'll grab this bed again. Hold the control key, and it did not copy. Usually if you hold the control key with something, or maybe it's the shift key. Maybe that's why I'm not doing it right. Let's see. You can make shift. Yeah, it's a shift key. That's why. Well, huh. So this person who rents this room, has to pay a little more per month because they have a single space. Okay, so I'm going to change the look of this. And if you can hear a little noise in the background, it's my husband. He just came home and he's eating some ribs. And ribs are a loud and messy business. And I just gave him a look, which basically means you better save some of those for me. Thumbs up. He's like, absolutely, baby, because I love ya. All right, so now everything looks, that's what I mean is with sets of bedding, where I can have each bed look, I could have a range of colors. And after all this collecting, I still don't really have that. Over here was a desk. So I spent a lot of time today because I was redecorating Nome's house, and I'm very attached to these one-tile desks, like this mission desk by Huge Lunatic at Mod The Sims. And for small houses, I mean, I just use them all the time, but I really, in Kettle Falls, I'm going to need them. Huge Lunatic is another favorite creator of mine. She is incredibly talented with repository, all these new tricks for basically making our download folders smaller. She's really good at that. So she did this set of one-tile desks, and I love them because she actually put, I think, 2 slots, and on one of them 3 slots. And that allows you to add more to the desk. And she also made it so that they take any Maxis recolors you already have, which is such a great thing. So I spent the day actually downloading recolors because I had these desks, but I just didn't have any recolors of them. And the person I got most of the recolors from was a woman named Michelle at, this is the Vanadium desk. I might choose this one. Yeah. That's by Veronica, the Vanadium set. That's at LiveJournal, I believe. Let's see. Yes. Okay, and then a chair. For this one, I just like to grab the same chair that I have here, just to save time. And let's hope that works. Let's turn this on. Yes, it does. Perfect. And very neutral palette I have going on here. I have done houses, and we will do this again. If you came to some of my live streaming sessions, you'll know that I used color palettes from designseeds.com to make my houses more interesting and get out of my neutral kick. And I will do that again once we've gotten to know the sim. That's what I'm waiting for, is to get to know the sim. That's Monique's computer, the only computer I basically ever use. This one, or sometimes I use this one, same thing, just different mesh. Monique's computer. Okay, over here I had a one-tile piano. And these one-tile pianos, our base game one-tile piano is by the Ninth Wave. It says it's at the Sim Resource, but I'm pretty sure he had this also on his site. The Ninth Wave Sims, I believe it was. And actually, I'm going to put this in blue. I'm going to take that out because we need some freaking color. There's the one. I love it because it looks used, old-timey. I love it. And the Sims just jam out on it. And I've already play tested this lot with this furniture setup, so they can get behind the chairs in this whole desk situation. Over here, I'm very fond of putting an easel out on my decks, even though, you know, of course, if it rains, your whole painting's gone. But heck, that's a price you have to pay for artistic creativity. I'm going to take that out because I want to give that a little color as well too. And I'll go with, let me see if I can find this in a nice green. This set is actually, even though it looks like the base game easel, this is actually an easel set by Anoeska at TSR. It is incredible. It allows you to do so many more different paintings. You can do oval paintings, square paintings, rectangular, horizontal, and the normal Maxis painting. It just really opens up the painting options. And it comes with this smaller one for sitting on a desk and one for children only. That's the desk one. This is children only. The desk one is also really cool for saving space. Just goes right on the desk and or table and stuff like that. And it works great. It makes smaller paintings. Fantastic set. Okay, over here we're going to use, I'd like to use this table again. I like this one here. This goes right in the corner here. And on this table is a phone. My favorite type of phone is, one of my favorites is by Sim Gadon's. And I'm going to make this blue. Look at this phone. Oh, it's great. And it has all the normal functions and works just like a normal phone. I love it. The only thing I wish is that he had done a wall version. He never did a wall version of this phone in the Modus set. Oh, and it says there, which I never do, that I can change the headset color, and so I'm going to do that. If I can. Nope. Oh well. If there's a way to change the handset color, I might have to wait until a sim picks it up or something of that nature, which I might very well forget. Oh, and then also next to every phone that I have in every house, I put in a little modded object, which is a caller ID box. It's from an old site where they had a bunch of Sims, and this was part of a set. And I just, by complete accident, found out about it when I was trying this set out. And I was like, caller ID, what is that? It automatically comes with auto-greet enabled, which I don't want, so I always turn that off. Now, when a Sim calls, a little pop-up will come up here and tell you who's calling. I have found this to be invaluable for whether you feel like answering the phone or not, or just for story. I've had wonderful story opportunities come out of it as well, too. Electronics. My favorite stereo for tables is this one. This is by it's by Forever Sim Fantasy. It's part of the Living 4 set. I think that site might still be up. But the one I'm looking for is once again by Simgadons. Take a drink, everybody. Drink your tea, because I said it again. This is the Quadro set, Quadro stereo. The other thing I like about Simgadons is that he didn't really do single items. He did everything in a big, huge set. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is lighting. Oh, and down here. But I think I'm going to end this episode here, and then in the next episode we'll come back and we'll finish up this lot, and hopefully, if we have time, meet the Sims in it, within the said lot. Dartboard, an essential aspect of my simming. Where's the freaking dartboard? Not seeing it, having one of those blank moments. There it is. And I have a lot of recolors of this one. For this, we're going to do that. And that's pretty much where it is. Let's save this so we don't lose all that hard work. And in the next episode, like I said, we'll come back in and do the finishing touches. Like I'll show you some of the setup I do for every lot. And some of you have seen this already, but there are always new people coming into the channel. We'll put a security system in there, do the alarms like we always do, make sure everything is working all right and the Sims are pathing well. And that will be that. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Decorating the Flophouse. We'll be back for part 2 in the next episode. And if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Kettle Falls. And as always, thank you so much for watching.